Doma Sports Talk worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now y'all enjoy the holidays. You know what I mean? For those that do, enjoy the holidays. Take your days off, deal with your family, have a good time, go on yourself, fill up the tanks for the year that's coming at us. Right? Do all that. The world of boxing, y'all know how I feel about it. What is that? BTBG. Everybody should know by now what the hell that means. Boxing's like that. But new Russian sport, period, is like that. But boxing is just extreme, right? If you want people to be pretty much fair, you might have to go to England to see that. New Russia's a whole different ball game. Now, Terence Crawford has retired. Terence Crawford has been the baddest dude running around in boxing for about 10 years. There's been people that's been up there for a while, Right now you got Inouye and Usyk and stuff like that. There's been other people that's been around up there for a while, but he's been amongst the baddest people in boxing for a long time. Due to BTGB and new Russian media and all of these things, they were trying to keep the man down, not giving him fights, not telling the press what it really is, just giving excuses. Promotion companies keeping people on the other side of the street, and we knew that wasn't existing because other fights were happening where it wasn't side of the street. But when it came to him or Demetrius Andrade, to be fair, then you start hearing things like side of the street, this promoter don't want to get with that promoter. And here's the deal. The fans of the sport, or the people that are just into the sport that like stuff like that, were just accepting. Like you would say, wait a minute, dude, this is a good guy and that's a good guy. We don't give a damn who promotes these people. Get the fights made or we ain't coming to see the other fights. But when you got fans that don't want their favorite fighter to fight somebody hard, then they're down with the program. Hence, hey, he's a horrible fighter. Ha 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 ha. Instead of, if you call one of our best fighters a horrible fighter again, we ain't coming to your damn fights. That was an option. Just wouldn't happen. Because that right there. So, here's the deal, guys. Terence Crawford's retired. I'm telling you why. Because there's really nothing out there of significance for him to do. Right? Before we retired, about 3 weeks prior, what did he do? Didn't he do like this? I got my eyes on you, Yanabik. Right? First of all, don't nobody talk to Yanabik like that, because Yanabik was the baddest dude at the middleweight. Let a lot of people tell it. But, Yanabik was awesome. Can't deny that. He would have fought Yanabik. Why? Because fighting Yanabik after Yanabik fought Erislandy Lara, we were all thinking Yanabik would have 3 belts. That's a significant fight. And if he would beat Lara, then everybody would know it. High-profile fight. Yanabik is the man at middleweight. Going down to middleweight to get 3 belts or try to get 3 belts is a very significant fight. He was down for that program. That didn't happen. So, you combine that with the fact that he don't really want to go down to 154. But let's be honest why that didn't happen. When he came up to 154, a lot of people forget this. Who was he trying to fight? The undisputed Jermell Charlo. Right? The undisputed Jermell Charlo. After getting undisputed at 147 by demolishing Errol Spence, pissing a lot of people off in doing so, let me go get his friend, who's also undisputed, in Jermell Charlo. What happens to Jermell Charlo? He goes up to fight Canelo. Now, going up 2 weight classes to fight Canelo, actually, they should have left Jermell Charlo alone. Right? They should just say, okay, you're going up there. You're undisputed. We'll let you go up here and fight Canelo, but as soon as you get back, you got this and this and this mandatory. The Tim Chus of the world, the Fondoras or whatever was popping off. Right? Right? And the Mutazalievs. Right? Y'all got to hold up because this is a significant fight for undisputed versus undisputed with Canelo, and we're going to leave the belts alone. When he gets back, then he got to do, he got to hurry up and get some mandatories out of the way. So what they did is he goes to fight Canelo, and they act like there's something wrong with that, and start fragmenting the belts and sending them all over the place. What that was is a slap in Crawford's face. You ain't coming up here beating no damn Jamel Charlo and becoming 3-division undisputed at no damn 154 pounds, because we know you can do it, right? Because we know you can do that. You can mess around and beat Jamel Charlo, and you'll be in trouble. You got 3 belts undisputed. And here's the deal. When they gave them belts to the Tim Chus and all that, they changed. We thought Tim Chu was the Terminator. Stop acting like we didn't. Like, we just knew Tim Chu, he gonna fight everybody. Kind of got a little weird when it came to Terence Crawford when they started getting the belts. Fundura did the same thing. You 6'6". You scared of skinny old Terence Crawford? He wanted to fight everybody. Everybody's trying to go with Spence. Now, saying Spence before Terence Crawford fight is okay. But after seeing Spence get demolished by Terence Crawford, you probably want the guy who just beat him, right? That everybody thinks is awesome. They're talking about Spence. How many fighters kept asking for Spence? Incredible how many fighters kept asking for Spence. Fundura and all that. Other people, Virgil Ortiz right now. But anyway, so he couldn't get the titles because they were all over the damn place, right? At 154. So now, there's nothing for Crawford to really do without hanging around just fighting insignificant fights. And at 38, he's like, and after accomplishing everything, it's like, well, what the hell with this? It's a retirement. He's going to mess around and don't want to come back. Now, if the 154-pound division had somebody crystallize themselves as the baddest dude there with 3 or 4 belts, he probably would have fought him. Same thing with 160. But it's not, and ain't nobody trying to do it. That's why he's up out of here. Now, another thing that's bothering me, the silence to me is loud. Manny Pacquiao, the guy that people constantly call an 8-division champion. And I'm telling you here, he's not. Unless you count catch weights and IBOs and IBA titles. IBO and IBA doesn't count. Let's be real. And catch weights shouldn't count if we're talking about divisions. You're talking about divisions. You know, you got to go up to the division where the dude is at. Like, you know, like Terence Crawford did with Canelo. Hey, I'm going up to 168. And here's another thing. You can rehydrate to whatever the hell you want to. That's what we're talking about. That's a full division. If you're going to start counting these divisions like that, I think that's fair. You know, especially not only fair to the present-day fighters, but fair to the fighters who were fighting when there were no juniors and supers. You know what I mean? Lightweight, welterweight, middleweight, light heavy, heavy. 5 divisions, get up out my face. You know, a couple of little smaller ones other than that. Pretty sure that was a bantam. But other than that, there ain't no junior lights, super lights, junior middles, super middles, junior, light heavy, then cruiser. It wasn't all that. Right? So, to be real with those, then damn it, those people that got the juniors and the middles in between that can get all these, then at least go up to the whole weight. That's not too much to ask. That's what I'm telling you. If you do your research, Manny Pacquiao is a 6-division champion. And that's when you're being generous. Right? It could really be 5, but I'm going to say 6. That's it. Catch weight at 154 ain't the weight. But anyway, an IBO title, an IBA title, that's not. We count 4 major sanctioning bodies. But anyway, Manny Pacquiao is somebody that say that's better than Floyd Mayweather. I think they should pull your license to talk if you're saying Manny Pacquiao is better than Floyd Mayweather. It just, that say somebody else. Manny Pacquiao is better than Marquez. There's an argument there, right? With Floyd Mayweather, there isn't. There's zero argument there. There's not 2 ways to look at this one. Sometimes there's not room for argument. You're just saying stuff because there's people that would love to believe that. So you just saying, well, I'm going to say this on TV. Stop it. You can't, somebody was undefeated. The other one got 8 losses, right? They were signed to fight each other. One didn't want to fight because he didn't want to get dope test. Then when they do fight, he loses by a landslide. The common opponents, one got knocked out by Marquez and fought tooth and nail with Marquez. The other one comes off a layoff and demolishes him, outclasses him, right? There's nothing, there's no other measurements. Stop acting like there's a case here. Manny Pacquiao is nowhere near Floyd Mayweather. He's very, very good. But damn it, stop acting like Floyd Mayweather is just, and you know what? It bothers me too because I'm not really a Floyd Mayweather fan that much. You know what I'm saying? But I like at the same damn time, just to make sure it's clear, I wasn't a Mike Tyson fan. I ain't no damn Michael Jordan fan. You know what I mean? Not even a LeBron fan. These boys is awesome though. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to recognize Floyd Mayweather is awesome, regardless of what you're trying to talk about. Manny Pacquiao is not there, guys. He's awesome and stuff, and he wanted to fight and all of this. But, you know, I got my little thoughts about him. You know, just listen to Paulie Malignaggi on that one. I'm kind of going in that direction because, hey, if you want to fight this guy so bad and you just don't want to take a drug test to have a fight, then what do you think normally? If Floyd Mayweather would have said, nah, I ain't fighting Manny Pacquiao, man, because I ain't taking no blood test and I'm scared of needles. Imagine that, what you would have felt. What would you have said if Floyd Mayweather had said that? Well, that's what I'm saying when Manny Pacquiao says that. Then damn it, you don't want the fight. Then when we fight, you get beat up. What the hell? And everybody calls it boring. And it wasn't not even close to boring. It was just the wrong person was dominating. And most of the time, when the wrong person is dominating, it can be boring. Because you're watching boxing because you want to beat the black guy. And when that doesn't happen, there's things you say. Titles, boring, and stuff, you know. Ridiculousness. So anyway, Manny Pacquiao, right now, came back, 46 years old, fighting a 29-year-old Mario Barrios in a close fight. He lost the fight, but it was damn close. Good fight. All right? Now, he's looking to fight the 30-year-old Rolly Romero. Right? But people are saying he's better than Floyd Mayweather and saying that he would have beat Terence Crawford. Why isn't there any whispers about Manny Pacquiao fighting Terence Crawford right now? Manny Pacquiao versus Terence Crawford. What's up with that? At 154. I think Terence Crawford will do that for Pacquiao. Just to scratch that itch. Because let's be real. They should have. They was both at top rank. Bob Arum did not want to let Manny Pacquiao fight Terence Crawford. And this is 10 years ago. Freddie Roach didn't want him to fight Terence Crawford. This is 10 years ago. And it's all documented. And they tell you why. They're worried about his well-being. But now, if Manny Pacquiao fighting 29 and 30-year-olds and Rolly Romero and Mario Barrios, why isn't the outcry for him to fight the old, over-the-hill 38-year-old Terence Crawford? You know what I mean? Let's have that fight. Manny Pacquiao's still looking good. Does he look good enough to beat Terence Crawford at 154? Let's see how you guys feel about that. I think it's a good fight. I think that's something that maybe Terence Crawford come back for and try to lose that weight because now he's 168. But he would have fought at 160. It would be hard for him to get down. He'll be weight drained. But, hey, you know, he's younger than Pacquiao, so let him be weight drained. You know what I mean? You go down, be weight drained, and fight Manny Pacquiao to give Manny Pacquiao little advantages. You know what I'm saying? Something. You know, I'm older than you be weight drained. You know, something to make it happen. What do you guys think about Manny Pacquiao versus Terence Crawford? Because the only people that I'm hearing Terence Crawford want to fight are cruiserweights and stuff. You know, light heavyweights that's going up to cruiserweights. Beterbiev, Bivol, you know, or who else did they ask him to fight? It was ridiculous stuff he should have fought. All the big super middleweights and light heavyweights. All of them. The only name I didn't hear was Jai Apataya. That's the only one I didn't hear. Jai Apataya, cruiserweight champion. Other than that, it was all big dudes, right? And dudes that he left, like Boots Ennis and Virgil Ortiz, who both had the opportunity to fight Terence Crawford and both didn't take it, right? And he's gone from them. And they know Crawford's like, no, watch y'all fight each other, do something, crystallize as the baddest dude somewhere, and we won't have to discuss this because I'll already be after your ass. Anyway, the point of this video, I know it don't sound like it, but the point is, what do you think about the resurgent Manny Pacquiao who's fighting 30-year-olds? What do you think about Manny Pacquiao fighting the 38-year-old Terence Crawford? I think it's a good fight. I think it would be something to look forward to. What about you? Doma Sports Talk, worldwide. And I'm about here, y'all.